Okay, so this is the first stretch and fold. So it's had an autolyse, it's had the salt, and you can see it's not looking like it's going to come away at all. So I'm going to loosen it round with a flexible spatula. And this first stretch and fold, it doesn't look, my hands are wet, like much is happening. So I'm going to try and take that bit under. It's very sticky. And what's interesting is to watch how the structure of this dough is going to change with each stretch and fold. And I'm taking it under again like that. So I'm trying to do north-south and then again lift it up, and it will pull away from the bowl and then tuck it under. And then I'm going to do just one more. And you can see already it's kind of more cohesive. It was sticky, but leave that. We're going to leave that for half an hour and just see how much the structure's changed. And as we do it 4 or 5 times throughout the evening, it will dramatically change and become bouncy and cohesive. Okay, so this is the second fold, and you'll be able to see already, my hands are wet, I use wet hands, how much the structure's changed. This one tends to be much stretchier. It's had half an hour to relax, but you can see it's sticking to the bowl less. So I had to do kind of 2 there, spin it round through 180 degrees, and it's pulling away from the bowl beautifully. Spin it through 90, and then tuck it, pull it so that it all pulls off the bowl, and tuck it under. Now spin it through 180, pull it so it all pulls off, and tuck it through 180. And you can see already its structure's changing. It's much less sticky. There's hardly any on my hands. And we'll see on the third one that it's really starting to pull together. And I'm looking for it to get bouncy. It's still sticky, but it'll get less and less sticky. Okay, right, so this is the 4th coil fold, and you'll be able to see now really big difference in the structure. I'm pulling up, didn't quite pull away completely, but that one's pulled away beautifully through 180 degrees. Hands underneath, that's the timer, it's telling me to do this, pulling underneath. And you can see this is a really nice bouncy dough now. So this is after 4 coil folds, and you can see it's not sticking to my hands at all. It's not sticking to my hands at all, and I can just get under, pull it, and if I was to do it a 5th time, you can see it's just got no extensibility left. I've used all that strength up. But when we come back to it, it's going to have relaxed a bit, and we can give it another stretch and fold. But that dough now is getting some really good tension and strength. Okay, so this is the 5th coil and fold, and you can see such a difference, particularly if you compare it with the very first one. It's really strong, it's really extensible. So that was 1 coil, and then struggling almost even to get it to do this last one, and tuck that under and turn it around and tuck that under, and that's really nice. So I'm going to leave that now for hopefully an hour to bulk proof. Okay, so this is my dough. I'm going to split it before my, before my pre-shaping. Now I'm going to weigh it so that I know that I've got the right sort of amounts. These are, I tend to have 700 grams for each of my loaves. 3 lumps of dough, and you can see that, oh no, that didn't really work. Okay. So they're quite smooth on top, but I'm going to come round and round, and round, and round, and round, and round, and pulling down, round, pulling down, and creating, you can see, a very nice, neat shape. Okay, let's try this one. So this is my lump of dough. It's just been cut off, and I'm going to pre-shape it now. So I've got one over here that's already pre-shaped, and so I'm going to rest before I shape it. So I come kind of around and like that. So you see I'm doing that. I'm trying to create some tension, some structure. I'm trying to create a ball. You can see, I'm taking my hand out of the way so you can see a really nice, tight ball shaping there. And I can move it and pop it over here so I can have the three of them relaxing. Yeah, although this one hasn't had a very long bulk groove, so I would. So this just builds tension, and you can feel there's a real tension in the top there, so that when you score it, it stays together. I'm just going to leave those there to rest for maybe 15 minutes. Hi, Hon. Okay, so I'm going to shape now. Ball. So it's been dusted on top, and turn it upside down. And I'm just going to shake it out so it's lovely and extensible until it's a long like that, and then turn it round and shape it. And I've got roughly a rectangle, and I then flip it over. I flip this end over and this end over and tuck them in. And then I take this side here, take it, pull it. I'm trying to get some tension, almost tuck it under, and then right at the top there, I'm just going to pinch that top together so I get a good amount of tension. It almost looks like a pasty. And then that shape goes into my basket. And it's really not taking that much space in there.